Transmitting to you from Old Heart Radio.
There it is.
Hello again, dear listener, dear friend. I can't ever get through this shit. I just try to make up dumb shit, and then I am just saying, this is episode 46.
Banter.
It's called banter.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't.
Just gotta let it flow.
Like
Welcome
that,
to Old Heart Radio.
Just loosen up the jowls so the jowls loosen up.
Actually, just throw this out there at the beginning of the pod. I listened to a podcast on it was exclusively about understanding like communication via Zoom.
Oh yeah.
And, like but then it was also about like being like a better public speaker and having a good like presence around other people. And the fascinating shit about like warming up your body to talk and how to sound better, I was blown away. It's the dude talked about it like talking more like it was a sport than a fucking thing we normally do. Dude, the little exercises you can do to get better.
I 100% believe that, because I mean, look at things like debate. You have to train yourself to be like to be articulate, to be like, to kind of like be, I don't know. You just have to train yourself to speak really, really well. And then you look at things like the filibuster, which is like, which are like, where you just talk for as long as you fucking can. It's good to like warm yourself up for things. Ron Burgundy made fun of it in Anchorman. How now, brown cow. Sometimes I do that. I do shit like that.
Cut the children. Save the children.
Sometimes I do shit like that before coffee and contemplation.
Dude, one thing you said was
purple
like
pickled petal. I don't know. Whatever.
One thing the dude said was like, between ideas, to keep yourself talking slowly, it's to like have two Lego bricks, and every time you finish an idea, you just like pop one off and then put it on top of the other one.
Oh, interesting.
And it's like, it'll feel like an eternity, but really it's like a second.
Fair. Like, give yourself something to do. Like, if I have this pog here, which I don't know if any of you have heard about pogs, but they're amazing.
Really?
If I just like maybe take a second in between like a train of thought, and I just like flip this pog, and then I continue. Is that what you're saying?
Critical part of the game?
No, that's not critical. No, the critical part of the game is, well, if I had a slammer. Okay, if I had a slammer, I'd have to slam this motherfucker over.
You'd have to get launched
to do this. By the way, this was a gift to Jeremy J. Slingshot, who I just did a local yokels with, which was posted recently.
Sadly, not in person.
No, it was actually, because he came over
to
visit for a fucking wedding. Yeah, which is why we need to start doing these more. Well, he's fine.
I'm joking.
It worked out in the end. I think. Nobody knows. Nobody knows if you're safe.
Podcast face shields.
Ooh, that. I think I'm gonna go with a bubble boy approach. Like, I'm just gonna force anybody that comes over from now on to go into like a giant, like gerbil like bubble where like they can roll around the house in. But I can also stick a mic
in the bubble. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and then I'll just put like a wedge, in front of it to stop it, and we can record for a while, and then
lock it in.
Yeah,
God,
have you ever seen that movie Bubble Boy? By the way, with Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yep.
My fucking God.
What a film.
What a film. I just wanted to say that's one of my that's right up there with the Greg Kinnear classic Stuck on You.
Oh,
if
great.
you've ever seen that. It's Greg Kinnear and Matt Damon at their finest. Comedic
dude,
finest.
I would argue that Matt Damon's as finest in We Bought a Zoo, but that's neither here nor there.
I've never seen that movie. Is it actually about a zoo?
Yes, they bought a zoo.
God damn it, spoilers, man. Spoilers. Shit.
Zoom
They bought a zoo. Is Ben Affleck in it at all?
I don't remember.
I wish that was still a thing where they were both in each other's movies all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Take me back.
If you can't tell us, if you can't tell, listener, there's not really much news this week. We do have one thing though. We do have one thing: the tragic passing of Chadwick Boseman.
This is true. I gotta say, like I like everybody else did not like. I read it for the first time on Reddit. I saw this link to it, and I was like, that can't be fucking true. It's gotta be somebody doing like a fake news thing.
Yeah.
And I clicked on it, and then I read a little story about it, and I was like, holy shit, man. Like that dude rest in peace to Chadwick Boseman. But he squeezed in so much like good work in such a short period of time, in such like
dude, and he was doing chemo in between like movies.
That's what I mean, man. Like the willpower and the fucking drive that it takes to like do that work.
It spoke a lot to his character. They did as much as he did whilst under this crazy illness that no one knew about, which is
what I mean.
And it's pretty insane. You text me and I like yelled it when I saw the text, and my girlfriend started crying once he found out the news. The dude is a fucking icon.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like on Twitter, not to shamelessly plug it, but follow us on Twitter at Old Hard in Space. I follow there's tons of threads of like people posting pictures of like their kids in Black Panther costumes.
Yeah,
like, people all over doing like the Wakanda Forever thing. You know, like and they're not recent photos. These are photos from like when the movie came out and the hype that was around it. Like he helped cultivate the excitement for, if I dare say it, like African culture, and like a deeper look into like some of those aspects of various African cultures.
And the dude, his entire career has played icons. He like the first thing I ever saw him in was in 2013. He was in 42 and he played Jackie Robinson.
Dude, I like exactly. He played Jackie Robinson, Thurgood Marshall,
James Brown.
Yeah, dude, James Brown, which is on HBO. If anybody has it, you should fucking watch that movie. Get on up.
Yeah.
I believe. Either way, like rest in peace, man. Like that guy did incredible work in wild, terrible circumstances, and like I don't know, man. Like I don't think I could do what he did.
I remember the last thing I saw before like hearing this news, even regarding Chadwick Boseman, was there was like this internet uproar a few months ago that he did like an Instagram live and he looked really skinny.
Yeah.
And I just remember the result, and at that time was everybody going like, "You don't fucking like." The consensus towards the assholes was like, "You don't fucking know what's going on in his life. The dude might not be working out. It's COVID, and like COVID's going on. You can't expect him to look like fucking T'Challa all the time, when in reality he was fucking dying." And it's insane to me, like the strength that he must have had going through all that. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
Absolutely,
also,
man.
I saw an interview like the day after he passed away where he was talking. He had like a breakdown at like a Black Panther press like tour thing, where he was talking about him reaching out and becoming friends with these children that were also terminally ill with some kind of cancer.
Yeah,
and he was so emotional about it, and like fuck, it all makes sense because that was like a couple years after his diagnosis.
Yeah. And like actually like people have been kind of, I don't know if it's insensitive. I think it's just interesting. Like there's all sorts of like different things that are popping up of like interview bits and stuff like that like people are now kind of like, at first they were posted like, at the moment, and people were like, these are weird comments, and like now they're like the context is finally there, and you're like, oh my god, like that's so tragic.
Yeah.
In a way, I mean, like it's just like fuck, dude, like brave but tragic. Like
it's like I feel like some of that stuff can be a bit insensitive, but in some cases I was like, he seemed like a genuinely good guy.
Well, like like the internet, like any internet thing, there's gonna be like the good and the bad, which generally
how the internet tends to do that, right?
But
Dude,
Yeah, man.
how in disbelief I was with this news was I legitimately thought it was like a few years ago when there's a news story that Sylvester Stallone had died,
Oh
and
god.
like the top like comment on Twitter was like Sylvester Stallone being like, "Happy to tell everybody that I'm alive and I've never felt better." Like I expected
Yeah,
to see
fair enough.
that,
Stallone
but
fucking rips right now too, dude. Like,
yeah,
no joke. That dude's alive. Alive and
I
kicking.
mean, alive and kicking, still making Rambo movies for some reason.
Jeez.
But nah, it was a crazy news story,
Yeah.
and hope like his legacy is cemented forever in our greater culture. So
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, wild shit. That was the one that was out of left field today, and that was this week at least, or since we've last recorded.
yeah,
Fucking
I
wild.
mean, I saw today that it's once again very sad to think of, but his last performance is going to be in the Marvel What If series because everything's been recorded for it.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah. Well, I mean, that'll be a nice little glimpse. But
yeah,
what do you recall like what his
it's gonna
segment is?
it's gonna be what if T'Challa was abducted and became Star-Lord. So
Fair
it's
enough.
it's intriguing. They're doing the fun stuff that What If is known for in the comics, but
Yeah.
it's going to be like when we eventually get to watch that in like mid 2022 or whenever it's going to come out.
Yeah.
It's going to be a bit sad to think of.
There'll probably be like something posted
Oh,
before the
dude,
segment, or
there'll
something
have
like
to
a
be. I wouldn't be
remembrance thing.
surprised if they like when Stan Lee died and the beginning of Captain Marvel, the Marvel scroll
Yeah.
was all pictures of him.
No, for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if they do that for like Black Widow coming up because it should be done.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd say it's tasteful. It's not like I don't think they should be worried about it being fucking weird or anything. It's just it should be done. It's
It's
respect.
yeah, it's respect. Like I mean, you got to put people that do spectacular things on a pedestal. They did that for Stan Lee. They should probably do it for him.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I won't put them in the same category personally, but yes.
Yes, I get that. Very very different people, very different accomplishments, but
Yeah.
still exceptional people nonetheless.
I feel you. Yeah, man. Well, rest in peace to Boseman. What else we got on the docket though? We got like
we got
what have
we
we
got
been doing? I mean, like we still got the break. We got the Breaking Bad rewatch.
Yep. We'll talk about that in a minute though.
Okay.
We gotta talk about the franchise of the actor that has outlived his crazy stunts for long enough.
Fast and Furious.
Yes. Wait, actually, quickly, it's sort of funny. Did you see there's a Fast and Furious game that just came out?
Oh my god!
Called Crossroads.
I
It
thought that was
looks
a
like
fucking
hot garbage.
I thought that was a fucking joke. No,
Dude, it looks like a mobile game from 2013, and it got put out on the fucking Xbox.
why?
I know it looks like garbo.
Oh my god!
And it's like I watched a review, and it's like the first mission you play is Dom and Letty, and then the rest of the game you play is three nobodies that have no context in the film.
Was it Too Fast, Too Furious?
Oh, wow. What did the we were making that joke.
Tokyo Drift.
Oh yeah, that's it. No, Too Fast, Too Furious works too. What was the line that we were always joking about at the beginning of Matinee Edition from Too Fast, Too Furious?
Oh fuck, I don't even know. I have no idea, man. There's
what the girl yelled. The girl with the pink
Mazda. What is it? She's always like, smack that ass or whatever.
Yeah, that was
it. She's like flying through the air in her car. That was just like the most random thing to say in that moment. Like, I just don't. Why didn't one of the dudes yell that?
That was 2002 feminism.
Ja Rule's like, smack that ass.
Monica. Did you?
All right, fuck it. Okay, so we're not talking about Fast and Furious, which is fine. There's definitely another movie coming out. There's definitely more down the road.
Wait, actually, I do have one more Fast and Furious.
Oh god.
Okay. Have you ever heard of Asylum?
No.
They're known for making these like spoof films. They're like an hour long, and their essential market is to like trick children into thinking that they're buying like a DVD copy of some like one of their favorite franchise, like a Pixar movie.
Okay.
It's always like a Pixar movie.
Like, hey, this is bugged life, not a bug's life.
It's like Transmorphers, that type of shit.
Yeah. Some of that stuff's on Hulu.
And it's on there. It's like on all the streaming services. It's such fucking garbage. They did their first live action type thing.
Oh, okay.
It's called Fast and the Ferocious.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Meow.
The dude he has a full head of hair. He's not rich enough, but he wears a wife beater, and he does say, "I live my life 1 mile at a time."
Oh my god, they took the line.
Yeah, they took the line.
Bold.
And dude, it has some of the most bullshit like CGI in quotes. It looks like they got a car to turn sideways, and then they like fucking photoshopped it, and then just like dragged it with like the cursor and like the mouse across the screen. It's that type of shit.
Oh my god. Like modern day B movies.
Yeah, totally. It's but bad. Like B movies can be really charming in some cases.
Fair enough. Like maybe like Grindhouse kind of movies. Like there's like really shitty production. Like you notice the shitty.
Yeah.
Do you think it's all purposeful though with these?
Oh, totally. It's a cash grab. They've been sued so many fucking times.
They should call it like Quick and Ferocious, just to be safe.
Oh, I watched it. Onward, that Pixar movie.
Oh yeah, with
Tom Holland and Chris Pratt.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
I have not.
They did a spoof of that called Homeward. Onward's really good actually. But Homeward actually, this is where my initial like thought process came from when you mentioned Ja Rule. Ja Rule is in Homeward.
Oh, perfect.
He plays a troll in a spoof kids movie. That's how poor Ja Rule is.
Ja Rule, ever since that Fire Festival debacle, like he tried to be notorious off of that, and he just fell the fuck off.
Like, I feel like he's not really a relevant celebrity anymore.
Fuck no.
Oh, also,
50 Cent is barely a relevant celebrity. Ja Rule is definitely not.
Oh, just keep going on the irrelevant train. Guess who's the bad guy in Fast and Ferocious?
Ooh, Dale Earnhardt.
No.
Dang it.
DMX.
No.
It's amazing.
Oh my god. Last time I saw DMX in a movie, it was with Jet Li. And dude, it was called like Cradle to the Grave or something.
What?
Yeah.
Dude, at least fucking Ip Man had Mike Tyson. I mean, come on.
Yeah, fair enough. Those movies are pretty awesome though.
They're pretty awesome.
Okay. But
let's get on to Mission Impossible.
Let's dive in. We got like a solid 12 here. Let's talk about Mission Impossible.
Let's get this out of the way. So you watched Fallout.
Yes. No. I watched Fallout. Yeah, Mission Impossible 6. I keep getting them all confused. So,
okay. Fallout's the best one, right?
Yes, I will say out of the ones I've watched, this one's the best one. The troubling thing is, I'm going to say this, and I'm not going to point out. We all know my hatred for Mr. Cruz, but I'm not going to point that out.
Surprisingly objective.
Yeah, so because it's there. It's just everybody knows it. It's fact. It's but there's this like it's like the same. It's roughly the same regurgitated storyline.
Yeah, it
over and over again. But in this movie, it's like Inception on that shit. Like it's like secret group over here, secret group over here. None of them can be trusted, but you got to they're all overlapping, and all of a sudden you're just like, wait, what the fuck is actually going on? I'm
pretty sure they address it in the film where he's running. He's running away from people. He's like, well, who doesn't matter? Who's after me?
Pretty much, and that becomes what's kind of interesting about the movie, and that and the Man of Steel.
Oh, he's so fucking good.
I wish that he would get. I mean, I'm really stoked that he kind of caters his roles a little bit to what he's really wanting to do, like The Witcher.
Yeah.
But I wish he was in. I saw him in more because he's a good presence on screen.
He's so fucking badass.
Dude, he's fucking menacing in this
amazingly
movie.
intimidating.
Yeah.
Dude,
and from the moment you like he pops on the screen, dude, like you're just like, God damn, there's something like you don't want to fuck with about that guy. Like,
dude, it's the mustache.
It's the mustache, which is why they should have left it in the Joss Whedon Justice League.
Dude,
I would have been down with the Superman.
Black
with
suit Superman, mustache, bit of stubble. It's the black suit. There you go.
But bam, he was dead. He grew a mustache.
He's already coming back to life. It's not that far off.
Yeah, fair. But yeah, so
the moment of pure action gold with Henry Cavill in this film, and the moment that I feel like stuck out to the internet when the trailer came out was the fucking cock in his arms.
Oh yeah,
in the bathroom fight. Pure gold. That entire fight's awesome.
Yeah, but what you don't see is that like what's funny about that fight is like I think almost like right after that he doesn't do well in the fight he does well eventually, but like he doesn't do well like right after that. Like he cocks his arms, he runs up, and then like the dude like kicks him and like fucks him around like a little bit, and then like and he throws some punches, which is dope. But it's like it was just like an interesting dynamic because like in the trailer I remember like I was like he's about to fuck somebody's day up.
Dude, I mean the thing. Specifically that fight, it feels like they're both outmatched. I feel like Tom Cruise, that dude was a badass. I guess that guy was the stunt coordinator for the entire film too.
One of the things I really liked, particularly in the fight scenes that involved both Cruise and Cavill, were their different styles of fighting, like different like fighting choreography, and it was really interesting when they clashed. It was because I mean Cruise and his character have to count like they're a little more like jumpy and small.
Which he's small. I am actually surprised they played into that because I feel like that would damage Tom Cruise's ego.
He spends like like he stands on fucking stilts. He stands on boxes and shit. Like he doesn't want to be known as a short guy.
But they were really like Henry Cavill is absurdly taller than Tom Cruise.
Yeah, he's looking down on that little man.
Yeah, which I will say, like you said, the plot is like sort of samey, but just like turned up to 11.
Yeah,
but the set pieces in this movie are what make it really special. Like I'm talking specifically like that, like everything that happens in Paris is pure gold. Like
okay, for sure, yeah.
Specifically, I will say like the build to the heist scene is phenomenal, and that scene altogether with Tom Cruise on the motorcycle, cliche.
But those actually are some like in the last couple of movies, those have been some really cool sequences of him. Like, what's interesting, I hate to say this, what's interesting is that it's Tom Cruise, so it's kind of like there's that edge of like watching him do that, and you're not just seeing some like real fucking. Like
there's something pretty hardcore about seeing an actual named actor doing crazy shit.
Yeah, and what is that? Is that just because like you feel like you know them a little better than like just the nameless person, so you feel more connected to the action?
I think so. I think it's like a stuntman. You don't have as much connection.
Yeah,
it's even worse when it's like Blade Trinity and everybody looks like rubber.
Side note, I just read a fact about Blade Trinity that Wesley Snipes literally wouldn't talk to anybody on set unless they called him Blade. Like Ryan Reynolds was like, it was like a Ryan Reynolds comment, and he was just mentioning how fucking weird it was.
Quick, one more thing about Mission Impossible. I think my favorite set piece in the film was like immediately after Tom Cruise on a motorcycle, and they're getting chased by the MI6 woman. She's on the motorcycle, and he's in the BMW. That's a fucking sweet scene.
Oh yes,
I think that's my favorite in the movie, just because like it has no score. It's just engine noise, and it's so intense. It's so suspenseful.
Yeah,
it's just like Mission Impossible. Yes, the stories are sometimes a bit shit, but it's just like quality work.
Yeah.
Bye.